Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Longfoot, aka the GOAT, King of America. Welcome to day 1912 of Diabetes and I, the daily vlog series that I do to show you how I combat this type 2 diabetes with the 1-2, you feel me? Yo, if you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and check out the other videos here, such as my product reviews, my how-to videos for YouTubers, my TV and movie reviews, my reactions, my video clips, my shorts, my live streams, my daily vlogs that you're watching right now, and last but not least, my art video series, GOAT 1408 TV. Shout out to the members of the live chat crew. Most notable members includes Avid the Greek Goddess, Sexy Trees 1408, Queen Candace, Michael Marshall, Life's Magical Journey, Wellness with Frugal Mama, and last but not least, my sis, the big sis of YouTube, Latanya Porter. Special consideration to my bro Johnny Quest Gaming, who co-hosts the Nerd Strip Club with me. You ain't checked that out channel yet. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? What you waiting on? Go do that there. Go do that there. Go do that there. Alright. And also shout out to the members of the 1408, which includes Life's Magical Journey, Johnny Quest Gaming, Detroit Soloist, Detox My Life with T Nicole, and last but not least, Positive Crash Out's channel. If you yourself would like to be a member of the 1408, all you gotta do is go check out the tiers, see which level works for you, and make it do what it do from there. Alright. Meantime, between time, if you like to support Slim Jim Longfoot in other ways, most definitely check out the links in the description below, which includes the books I've written, the books I've drawn, the merchandise that I have, and last but not least, my sister's cash app on behalf of my awesome niece Paris, who was shot on the 2nd of February back in 2022. Hashtag Paris Strong, hashtag Prayers for Paris, or that's FOR, or the number 4, Paris with 2 R's, y'all. With that being said, yo, it is, what is today? Today is the 28th of May, y'all. The 28th of May, 2025. Happy birthday to my friend Crystal. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Happy birthday to you. That part. About to write the happy birthdays on here myself on her Facebook. Most definitely, you know what I'm saying, happy birthday, and many more, you know what I'm saying, on that tip there, you know what I'm saying, many birthday celebrations on that tip, you know what I'm saying. It's always awesome to be able to get, you know what I'm saying, to see that new solar return. You know what I'm saying, as we continue to do the things in this life. You know what I'm saying, most definitely, she had recently lost her mom. Rest in peace to her mom, and most definitely, you know what I'm saying, big happy birthday to her, most definitely. So yeah, we out here, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it do what it do and does what it does. You know what I'm saying, just a little history off the top of the dome for today. You know, today is day 1912, and you know, just to let y'all know off the top of the dome, I know one thing in particular that most definitely happened in the year 1912. That is the year that my grandmama was born. My grandmama, Big Mama, that was the year that she was born. So most definitely, you know, we're gonna see what else happened in that year of 1912. Most definitely, as we proceed to, you know what I'm saying, go through time real quick, like, you know what I'm saying, with these days, as we are now in the 1900s, y'all, which is crazy indeed. Like, I couldn't have even imagined that 1911 days ago when I did day one, y'all, and it's just like, wow, like I don't know about y'all, but that's just wild. That's just wild. Now I know that there are some people that have been, doing consecutive videos or whatnot on YouTube for over 10 years and stuff, which is still crazy to think of at this point too. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that's been doing a video every day for like 10 years, like, man, like, I'm still tripping that it's been 5 years for me that I've posted a daily vlog every day since March the 4th, 2020. Now, that was definitely not my intended goal to be on YouTube every freaking day. But with that being said, every freaking day since February 27th, 2020 has been a blessing. You know what I'm saying? 5 years, 3 months, and 1 day ago. You know what I'm saying? When, you know what I'm saying, I nearly died. And, you know what I'm saying, that right there, you know what I'm saying, told me that, it was time to be on top of each and every day of my life, you know what I'm saying, with a purpose to do great, you know what I'm saying, not do good, not do bad, but do great, you know what I'm saying. That's why I continue to, preach on, you know what I'm saying, manifesting that greatness in your life, maintaining that greatness, and motivating others to be great, you know what I'm saying, on that spiritual level, on that mental level, on that emotional level, on that physical level, and on that financial level. That's how we get down with the get down, because at the end of the day, we got a little bit of the Most High, the creator of all, inside of us all. And when you can tap in to your creator, you know what I'm saying, creative things can happen, great things can happen, you know what I'm saying. So that is what you push forth in this life. You push forth in this life to do just that. You know what I'm saying? One thing for certain, one thing that I've never professed to is to be perfect, because perfection is all a matter of perception. And so that's where it is as far as that goes. Nobody came to this earth, nobody on this earth is perfect. And there might be some perfect situations, like, if somebody pitched the perfect game where nobody gets a hit off them, a no-hitter, you know what I'm saying, in baseball, for those that didn't understand the reference. But things of that nature is the only thing that you can consider as far as perfect. But even if you do that once, you know what I'm saying, there are chances that it ain't gonna happen again. But you know what I'm saying, you got that chance at doing it, perfect that one time. It's kind of like the perfect song was, for instance, like Michael Jackson, for instance, like Thriller became the biggest selling record of all time, and his pursuit after that was to do something, if not as great as Thriller, but just great, period. Anything that he did, from that point forth concerning music, you know what I'm saying, he wanted it to be as great. But it's only so many things that you can create that perfect moment, you feel me? And so that's what I'm gonna call this episode. I'm gonna call this episode Perfection. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call this episode Perfection. That's what we're gonna call that. And so that's what we're gonna call that. We're gonna call that perfection. And that is something that a lot of people need to quit trying to get to. Not saying that the pursuit of perfection is bad, but for instance, me being an artist, there are some pictures that I have drawn that were so freaking amazing. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I drew that. To other drawings where I'm like, good, I can't believe I drew that. You feel me? It's all a matter of perception. As I said earlier, perfection is all a matter of perception. One person might see that drawing and be like, oh man, that joint cool. That joint dope. Others might see the one that I deem perfect and be like, yeah, So once again, perfection is all a matter of perception. And so with that being said, you could, make the best drawing, or you can make the worst drawing. Either way it go is your attempt, and you made it. and all you can do is lock that in. It's just like when I'm drawing a book, when I'm drawing a comic book. Now I might look back at my book and be like, man, I could have did that, I could have did this, I could have did, it's locked in now. You know what I'm saying? You spend all day going back trying to make something perfect, and guess what? You don't never get nothing done. You feel me? And so that's where you got to lock in and put in, what you got in right then and there. You know what I'm saying? And make it, do what it do. But once again, I understand the need to make it as great as you possibly can. For instance, like this book right here, Dreamcatcher, it went through, a nearly 10-year journey to get to this point where it is right now. I first drew the first pages in Dreamcatcher 10 years ago in 2015. And from 2015 to 2017, if I'm not mistaken, was the time it took to finish up all the pages in the book as far as drawing them. I drew it all in blue pencil, and then I inked the pages. This was all done on physical paper. I inked the pages and hooked them up. Finished that by 2018. And then at that time, it was debatable whether or not I was going to even get the book out or not, and I was like, am I going to be able to get the book out, because at that time I was still trying to get back on the digital level, because that was the only way I was going to be able to finish the book, because I needed to I was going to color it digitally, which is what most comic book artists do these days. They color their stuff digitally, and so and so I was like, okay, I gotta finish this book up. And then first I gotta scan the book. I gotta finish scanning all the pages in, finish scanning all the pages in, and then and then go from there. Once I scanned all the pages in, then the next process was like, okay, how am I, do I just leave the art as it is, or do I, tweak it a little bit, which is my right to do, because it's my art, so it's not like I'm going over somebody else's art. And so there were places where when you scanned in, it was too pixelated and muddy looking, and it the art you can't see all the details from the actual page to the scanned in version. And so then I was like, I could either vector this out, vector it out, but then when I tried to vector it looked clean, but it looked too clean, and then in places it looked too muddy, and I wasn't crazy about the overall look, which was what my original plan was when I first made the book, was to I know I'm going all off tangent, but but just talking about this process, but at the end of the day, what I decided to do was, I'm just gonna go in and, clean up. I'm just gonna go in and clean up. If I see something that looks a little, murky or muddy, I'm gonna re-ink that, and hooked everything up, and redid things. Like if Jelly's hair wasn't as nice as I wanted it to be, I redid her hair. I mean, if you was around, you saw the process, and you can still see the process here on YouTube, and also on my TikTok page. But yeah, but once I got past the inking phase, and the coloring phase began, and then it was on and popping then. And then last year in 2024, Dreamcatcher came out. It came out, so there it is, what I'm saying. And I think it came out pretty well, I think. So it's been a while since I actually looked in it, I like giving myself a little time away to get a chance to look back at it, so that's what's up. But anyway, enough of all that. If y'all want to know more about, you know what I'm saying, the process of working on comics, you know what I'm saying, let me know, comment below. I'll do a separate video on that eventually again. I've got some how to make a comic book videos on my channel as well. So, you know, for anyone who is interested in creating a comic book or just wanting to know more about the process of making a comic book, you know what I'm saying, hey, just let me know, you know what I'm saying. We out here. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the shout out. Hey, shout out. Hey. It's time for the shout outs, baby. It's time for the shout outs, baby. Once again, y'all, happy birthday to my friend Crystal. Today is her birthday. Many blessings to her, most definitely. Now, let's see who was here. What went down yesterday? We had a couple of lives yesterday, y'all. Well, yeah, let me drop out the live today. Get ready to drop that live today, y'all. Day 148 is going down today of the live stream podcast series live in 2025. It's gonna be day 148. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Definitely get this thing ready. It's 11:37 right now. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be it'll be about 2 o'clock when I drop this. So I'm gonna do this at 2 o'clock. I got some things to handle today. No, I'm gonna do this at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna do the live at 3 o'clock. I'm gonna do the live at 3 o'clock. That's when I'm gonna do it. Okay, alright, there we go. Now let's see who was here yesterday. Yesterday, y'all, we had, once again, like I said, a couple of lives yesterday. We had, of course, episode 26 of the podcast series Indie Comics Review went down yesterday. We have no comments in the regular comment section thus far. Let's see who we got. Let's see who was here for the live chat. In the live chat, y'all, we had Redbird 82 was in the building. You dig? Lala the High Vibe Coach was in the building. Scrabble Bees was in the building. Let's see who else was in the building. Skrilla Garcia was in the building. Brandon of Palm Beach was in the house. MK Gaming 200 was in the building. Let's see who else was in the building. Let's see. Life's Magical Journey was in the building. Let's see. Johnny Quest Gaming was in the building. Shout out to Johnny Quest Gaming being in the building. Joel 2005 Productions, Joel Miller was in the building. Junaid Manzour was in the building. Shout out to Brandon of Palm Beach for slogging in on the live. He was on the panel for a minute. And then, of course, the one and the only Moon, the storyteller, came in on the panel. Shout out to Moon, the storyteller, being in the building. And that was, let's see, that was comic book marketer, aka Moon, the storyteller, was in the building. And that was it. That was everybody who was in the building for Indie Comics Review episode 26. Appreciate y'all for sliding through. Now live in 2025, Day 147. Let's see who was here for that. No comments in the regular comment section. In the live chat, we had Life's Magical Journey was in the building. Jared Talks was in the house. Who else was in the building? Estrella Garcia was in the building. The Solomon Project was in the building. Let's see who else was in the building. Johnny Quest Gaming was in the building. Let's see. Praise TV channel was in the building. Shout out to Praise TV channel for sliding through. First time coming through on the channel. Detroit Soloist was in the building. And that was it. That was everybody in the building. Shout outs to all y'all for sliding through. Most definitely appreciate it. Appreciate it. Did I do everybody that was on the 7K Goat Nation joint? I think I did. If I didn't, let me check. I don't think it was ready by the time. Let's see. Brandon of Palm Beach in the comments for the 7K celebration said, I think this was an awesome live, and I thank you so much for letting me be a part of it. Shout out to Brandon of Palm Beach, y'all. Currently has 329 subscribers with 148 videos, y'all. Most definitely. He also said, I love hanging with you anytime. I'm in Savannah at the end of June. I know it's a few hours driving. I'll probably be busy over there, but it would be cool. That part, you dig? And Brandon Palm Beach also said at night, to forget the whole reason, congratulations for your 7K. That is amazing. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. Detroit Soloist said, pictures are too cute. I keep getting the information after the fact. I know, right? That's crazy. Got to see what's going on with that notification bell and what's happening with it. What's happening with it. And let's see, I think, okay, that was, yeah, that's all the comments in the regular comment section. In the live chat for that, we had Lala the High Vibe, Coach Energy in the building. I think I did read all this. Yeah, I did read all this. Yeah, I read everybody who was here. I did that yesterday. So, yeah, so we did go through all that. Okay, so, okay. We did 147. And now, let's see, any shorts we dropped yesterday. We dropped Outcast 50 short with 103,000. Yesterday was his birthday. Latanya Porter said ATL finest, and Ahmed said goats in the comments. Hey, shout out to Big Sis of YouTube. You know what I'm saying, making it do what it do. You dig that part? Let's see, the Why So Serious clown. Let's see, we got Latanya Porter said not playing with the creepy, got it down to science. Real talk, you feel me? Latanya Porter, who currently has 108 subscribers with content like no other. We got Crystal Williams, who is a content viewer, said WTF. Right, that part. I mean, that's what you do say when you see that right there. Like, yo, what? And yesterday, I was saying, hey, if we reach 10K today, you know what I'm saying, I was going to shave my face, but we didn't reach it, so it ain't happening. Captain, it didn't happen. So, that part. Tierra B naturally said, let's go. Hey, shout outs to her. She currently has 4.94K subscribers with 1.1K videos on her channel. Shout out to Tierra B naturally, y'all, with the Faith Team. Hashtag Faith Team. You dig? Latanya Porter said, loud, my bro. Hey, that part. Positive Crash Outs channel with the crying laughing emojis face. Detox My Life with T. Nicole said, I hope you're doing well, Slim. This will be interesting to see what's under there. Right. But unfortunately, they ain't come through. They didn't do the thing. Positive Crash Outs channel currently has 172 subscribers, y'all, with 16 videos. Hey, that part. Let's see. And Detox My Life with T. Nicole currently has 172. Wait, do they got the same number? Yeah, they are both at 172 subscribers right now. Detox My Life with T. Nicole currently has 172 subscribers with 26 videos. Shout outs to Detox My Life with T. Nicole. Mind Journey 24/7 said, please, not the eyebrows, that part, right? Mind Journey 24/7 currently has 24/7, yeah, Mind Journey 24/7. I read that right, because at first I was about to say 247, but now that's 24/7. If you know, you know. She currently has 504 subscribers with 79 videos. Her description reads as such: welcome to Mind Journey 24/7, your ultimate entertainment escape. Dive into the colorful chaos of my ADHD lifestyle as I tackle life head on with humor, creativity, and a dash of unpredictability. From unfiltered product reviews and hilarious reaction videos to jaw-dropping challenges, mouth-watering cooking adventures, and epic DIY projects, there is never a dull moment. Plus, get an insider look into my everyday vlogs packed with inspiration, authenticity, and fun. Subscribe, buckle up, and let's embark on this non-stop mind journey together. Shout out to Mind Journey 24/7, y'all, whose channel been around since September 12, 2020, currently with 80,508 views on the channel. Shout out to Mind Journey, most definitely, most definitely. Now let's see who else. Detox My Life with T. Nicole did the laughing emoji as well, leaving that as a comment. And so yeah, that was it right there. And so now, last but not least, we see what happened on yesterday's daily vlog, day 1911. What happened on day 1911, y'all? Here we go. Here we go. On day 1911, we had in the comments, we had Redbird82 said like number 1. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. That part. Let me see. Let me make sure that's all the comments. Yeah, that's all the comments. And now in the live chat, we had Redbird82 was in the building. Junad 2005 Productions, Junad M Backup Channel was in the building. Estrella Garcia was in the house. Detroit Soloist was in the building. Let's see, who else was in the building? Wellness with Frugal Mama was in the house. TT in the house. BDBGP was in the building. Hey, that part. Life's Magical Journey was in the building as well. And that was it. That was everybody in the building. I appreciate all y'all for sliding through. Most definitely, most definitely, most definitely. That part. And now, let's dwell into the year 1912. Today is day 1912. And let's see what happened in the history of 1912. What happened in 1912 in history as far as that go? Yeah, most definitely. 1912 was a year marked by significant events, including the sinking of the Titanic. That is, of course, the year that the Titanic sunk, in 1912. The establishment of the Republic of China and the United States presidential election. Other notable events include the founding of the Girl Scouts, the start of the Balkan Wars, and the introduction of the Oreo cookie. Oreo was created back in the year 1912 by Nabisco, most definitely. So yeah, so 1912 was pretty significant in terms of, things that happened that we have seen impacts in the future. As I mentioned, of course, earlier, my mom's mom, my grandma, was born in 1912. So boom, there you go. So her and her husband, my grandfather, were both born during the same lifetime as Harriet Tubman, who would still be alive up until the year 1913. So when people speak on slavery being, oh, that was a long time ago, my grandparents was in the same lifetime, was on this earth at the same time as Harriet Tubman. So it ain't that long ago. The people who birthed my mom were alive at the same time as Harriet Tubman. So it wasn't that long ago, people. Nope. I knew someone who lived in the same lifetime, who lived during the same time as Harriet Tubman. Not, it ain't like they were friends, obviously, duh, because my grandma was born a year before Harriet Tubman died, but their lives still intersected on this earth. They were still on this earth at the same time, amongst whoever else was around during that time that made it up to that point. So, wasn't that long ago. We could still talk about how George Washington chopped down the cherry tree and couldn't tell a lie, then we can talk about everything that happened in his lifetime on 4th as well, which was it. So that part, people, that part. And so, you know, the things, you know what I'm saying, that, like I say, you got the good and the bad, but then you got the great. And that's what we are manifesting here on out each and every day, that we are breathing, baby. That part. Anyways, that's enough talk. I'll holler at y'all later, because I'm going to be live later. You know what I'm saying? If God willing, y'all will see me later live. And so we're going to chop it on up from there. It's right now 11:50 a.m. So this will be to y'all at 1 p.m. And then I will see y'all at either 2 or 3. I got it set for 3 because 2 I might be en route. Because I got to go people today. So, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see how that go. Anyways, I'm gone, y'all. Stay blessed up, alright? Video. Playlist. Watch them all, alright? One love.